Good morning, this is Sun Kim's weekly global briefing on 12th of October, and now I am getting better, and yeah, it's good news, and I'm really recovering very fast, and very fast, and then I am really feeling very good, and it's great, really great, yes. I just speak like a Trump. Yeah, I love Trump, but I don't like him to be just like a kind of president, because he'll make a lot of calamities here in Korea too. But I don't know, and I am not a U.S. citizen, so I cannot tell anything about it. So I just watch the things, what is going on in the United States, and what's going on in the Democrats and the Republicans and everybody. And one bad news that I am facing is that Trump is told, seems like that he is completely recovered and he's working on his caucus on the other states in the Iowa or the Florida, whatever. Okay, so I have no idea. And then the vice president, the TV debate, and with the Mike Pence and the Kamala Harris is really disappointing. Really, the Kamala, she really she's too shy on debating. Unfortunately, I think. She's too shy on debating, and Mike Pence, he's very sneaky and very cunning, and he's really he's really nudging and nudging some problems of the Democrats. And Kamala, she should have talked to the Pence. Should have talked to the Pence and. Well, the Republican has a problem of the make some kind fiscal deficit, and there is too much, and now as the corona makes that much bigger, and the problem is that they said, oh no, that is because of China. The Pence said, and we did our best, and we are doing well, and very well like that. Yeah. So there's another issue and the problem. So I'm not sure whether the U.S. presidential election is in chaos, and we have to check for the next 3 weeks what is going on there. Okay, so first we'd like to check the indices first, and then the commodities next. Number one, all three indices, they showed all green lights, and then they all go up, just more than the last week. Last week I think I predict that maybe they make some kind of bear market, but they showed a bear on Tuesday, but they raise again, and now I think they'll make another peak on the especially Nasdaq. They'll surpass more than 12k. I mean 12 grand line, and then I'm not sure then, but if that happens, then they will drop sharply and stiffer. Much stiffer than we have made it before, and so does the Dow Jones and the S&P 500. And the VIX shows that the red light, and it is 26 point. And then, well, it's a good news that now the market is stabilized in commodities, but I'm not sure because the election is just ahead of 3 weeks or 4 weeks. Okay, 3 or 4 weeks, and nowadays, the United States is in chaos, and everybody says that the Biden and Trump, and they are fighting each other, and we have two president TV debate, and that will make sense. And the problem is, Trump said that he'll not do the second debate, but now he turns his policy, and okay, I'll do it then again. I have no idea what he's thinking about, and what is his plan. Okay, but anyway, he'll do it. And next the commodities, and then now the gold and the silver, platinum, palladium, and copper, all green. All five shows the green lights, and especially the silver shows more than 5% bull market. And so does the platinum, and there's more than 3.9%. And now the gold shows that it recovers the $1,900, and then now it shows the $1,926. But I'm not thinking it's gonna make another bull market, because it'll make another box patterns or the little price adjustment a little bit, maybe one or a couple of months. Okay, one or a couple of months, and then they will show another bull market. because there are too many dollars around the world, and it's time to absorb all the dollars to the commodities that just like a safe assets like a gold and these treasury bonds and any others. Okay. And I'd like to tell you that the silver shows another big high, and then it'll go up to maybe $27. But you have to be careful because it shows a really steeper drop downs. And there's some hedge funds, and they are doing the really deep shorts. And then you'll meet the if that drops more than $2, then maybe you will see a loss cut. Unfortunately, I bet so. That happened several times in this year, so you have to be careful about the silver and platinum. I told you that maybe you can buy the platinum. Maybe it's under $60, and last Tuesday it shows $855. So it was a chance to buy. Okay, and if you have the long position on that time, and then you'll have a really big profit. And now it's time to sell it. Okay. If you're selling 900 or 910, then it'll be a better idea. And palladium is already too high, and then they shows another stay at 2 week twin peaks. It makes the twin peaks. So it's time to go the drop down. So be careful and do not enter the palladium. And next, the copper. It surpassed $3.05, and the peak before it was the $3.12, and there is very little gap that you can have it. So don't get there. Next is about the oil. The WTI and Brent is in the box lines. It shows a really a boring box patterns. Okay. And the one good news is that maybe the Trump, he will make some kind of answers to get rid of the selling of the coronavirus. I mean the COVID-19. And if that happens, then maybe the WTI will go raise up to the $50. I think. If not, then you'll see maybe next year or maybe after 2 years, then you'll see the $50. And the Dubai oil, it raised 1.45%, and it also has a possibility that if the COVID-19 treatment comes out from the Regeneron as the Donald Trump have taken it, okay, is treated, then it'll have another chance to go up to maybe $55 or $60 per barrel. But if not, then you have to. It will also trapped in the box patterns too. Okay, weekly news. I brought 3 newses, 1 from Bloomberg and 2 from Wall Street Journal. Trump no longer considers the transmission risk. Doctor says. Carl Johnley, he is the major doctor. He's a major doctor of the President Trump, and he said that he's no longer considered the transmission risk, and that means that the COVID-19 is totally treated, and there's no virus at all, and it is really tremendous news. Okay, if that is true, then the Regeneron will make a really skyrocketing prices, and so does the Eli Lilly. Okay, Eli Lilly also shows the kind of things before the report, and the NIHs and the FDA, they dropped intentionally, and now the Republican ask about that. So there's another bad news for the Democratic, unfortunately. Number 2, investors are betting corporate earnings have turned the corner. Well, we know everybody. The third quarter is really hell. Is horrible. Okay, it is horrible, and it won't be better, but it is not so horrible than we expected before, and now because it depends on the industries and the companies by company and the industry by industries. Okay, for example, the Disney, they lay off more than 28,000 employees, and the American Airlines and the United Airlines too. So does that. Okay. So does the United Airlines and the American Airlines. But the Amazon, they plan to hire more than 100,000 employees for their own, and so does the tech companies. Okay, so it depends on it. So we are not getting we are not so clear whether the third quarter is good or not, but it is not so bad that we expected. That is the conclusion of this article. And number 3, the U.S. budget gap tripled in fiscal 2020 is government battle pandemic. And you know that the first time and the first quarter in this year, they made $3.5 trillion. Okay, they made and the 1% less deficit than they expected. But the problem is that when the coronavirus COVID-19 happened, and then they raised more than 47%, and it goes up to the $6.5 trillion. So that makes the fiscal deficit more than triple than the Republican expected, and then now the U.S.-China dispute will get harsher when after this U.S. presidential election is completed, and whoever becomes the president. Okay, and next is a market forecast. U.S. stock market indices make double peak. I mean, they make the twin peak. Okay, but they may turn bear again, and then with the different stiffer drops, and then it will come to the bear market. Unfortunately, Nasdaq will go up to the it'll go up to the 12K lines, but it will drop much stiffer and go maybe more than 9,500 or lower than that. And then so does the Dow Jones, and it will go maybe up to almost near to the 30,000 lines, but it drop again and it go to 23 or 24K lines. And the gold recovers $1,900 line, but still needs time for a bull market. And in my opinion, they make another 1 or 2 month box patterns or the price adjustment, and then they'll go back up again on 2021 in next year. I mean, and the next one, very important, China related agricultural commodities are going bull, like the lean hogs and soybean. They are skyrocketing, and that means that the U.S.-China dispute is very near, and then they'll shake the market very soon. And also the U.S.-China dispute may be intensified again, and maybe it'll drive a real war, but very limited war in South China Sea, in my opinion. And you have to check the grain again, that the oats, wheats, and rice, they are also going high, and I hope that they will make some kind of box patterns on the first quarter, but if not, they will go up. They will go up at the first quarter. There's another risk for the other peoples. And finally, the weekly focus is simple. Okay, does Trump recover completely? Is this a sign of COVID-19 treatment? This is really tremendous news, and if that happens, then the market seal of the COVID-19 gap will be removed, and the oil and the oil, copper, and gold will go up. They will go up, and then they'll make some kind of real world will be oversteamed, and then the Fed will raise the interest rate, and there'll be another issues, and then they'll shake the market. And the next one is also same, and will U.S. economy reopen in this year? Yes, in my opinion. If the Trump it becomes another 4 years, he stays there another 4 years, then here or reopen the economy in November, and then that there's the Thanksgivings and Black Friday and the season greetings and everything. Then a really big spending show will come again. The problem is that people has no money. Okay, so that's why the Republican wants not the stimulus for the every people in the United States, and the Democrats they hold the money back. Okay, So, oh no, we cannot do it. So they are now fighting and making some kind of negotiation. Anyway, they know that it'll be a problem if they do not open the economy until the November. So next one, the U.S.-China dispute, the future war forecast. U.S.-China dispute is really serious, especially for South Korea, like me, South Korean like me. Yeah, it'll be a really big problem. The future war, if that happens, then they'll fight each other, and then maybe U.S. will not sell the food like lean hogs, soybeans, and wheat or rice, whatever. Okay, and then China will say that they made the retaliations, and it goes up, and then maybe they'll fight each other with the real military powers, especially in South China Sea, and that will shake the market again. So we have two risks. Number one, oversteamed real world, and then the the interest rate rise of the Fed. That is number one. That's the risk number one. And another risk is that the U.S.-China dispute, and there's some kind of possibility of limited war. Okay, limited war in some limited region area. So we have to check the issues of that, and also it will happen maybe after the election. So what we have to do is check the U.S. election is how it's going on in the U.S. election. Okay, so this is the end of the weekly global briefing, and keep your principle and keep your money, save your time, and do your best to find the wisdom to keep your fortune. And God bless you. Thank you.